Hey there. Now in this video, you're about to discover the 9 signs that tell you that the law of attraction is actually working in your favor. Now remember, with this video or any of the videos that we do, you can always come back, but specifically to this video, if you want to check if the manifestation process is actually in motion for you and about to deliver what you want or something better. Hi, my name is Natalie Ledwell. I'm actually the co-founder of the My Movies movement, and I help people manifest lives that are way beyond their wildest dreams. So during this video, I'm going to show you what signs to look for to make sure that the law of attraction is actually working for you, so that you can easily recognize when the manifestation process is actually working for you. And as you'll see in just a little bit, it's not too hard to do this. It's just a matter of becoming aware of what's happening around you and being more present in the moment. Now, I must warn you that the 9th sign that the law of attraction is working for you is a little bit controversial, but that's why I want to ask you to be simply open to receive this information and keep an open mind and an open heart. All right, so ready? Let's just dive in. Okay, so sign number 1 is that you see repeating numbers everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I mean, have you ever noticed that every time you look at your phone or you look at the clock, like 1111 appears a lot? Yeah, it happens for me tons of times, actually nearly every single day. Now, these recurring numbers are commonly known as angel numbers. And to me, when I see that, it's my sign that I'm actually on track, that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to, and I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Now, when it comes to angel numbers, they work very similarly to numerology. And so each recurring set of numbers represents a different frequency or a different meaning. And you can always Google to look them up. But these numbers are letting you know that you are actually in alignment with your wishes and that everything is flowing to you exactly as it should be. So these numbers, like, the ones, especially recurring ones in particular, they're used as a powerful form of communication between you and the universe. And, you can see these numbers everywhere. It doesn't have to be your phone or your clock. You could see them on receipts, you can see them on license plates, you can see them on book page numbers. But if you notice that they're coming up a lot around you, then you can just take a deep breath and relax, because you know you're exactly on track and where you're supposed to be. Okay, so sign number 2 is that you feel completely guided by your intuition. That gut feeling where you're making choices and you just kind of know that that's the right choice to make. So as your connection with the universe, grows and expands and becomes stronger, your sense of intuition or your gut feeling will start to increase exponentially as well. So do you often get lots of downloads? Do you get like brilliant ideas that come to you a lot? And what you can do, is what I do, is I create space to let that in. So I have a little process I do first thing in the morning. So as I'm waking up, my eyes are still closed, but I am naturally in theta brainwave activity when I do this. And so when I'm sort of waking up, my brain's kicking in, that's when I ask a question. What do I need to do next? What's my next decision? Where do I need to go? And then I lay there quietly long enough to be able to hear the answer. So if you get frequent downloads, it could be not just, a thought that comes to you, but maybe you think of someone and then they call you and you haven't seen them for ages, but how freakish is that? Or when you're making a decision, you just know or you feel that it's the right decision for you, or you might instantly get like bad vibes off someone, or, you're going into a job interview, or you're going and you're meeting someone and you kind of getting that icky feeling, something's just not right about that person, then you hold your distance. Intuition can show up in so many different ways. Now, you might also just find a solution to something out of the blue, and it comes to you because you are open to asking the question and open to receiving the answer from the universe. Now, it's not common for everyone to experience gut feelings or emotional sensitivities, but these are such a beautiful connection to the universe. And remember, when we are applying the law of attraction, what we're doing is asking the universe, we're leveraging the universe to be able to bring these things to us. So to have that connection is really important. Now, if you're lucky enough to acknowledge and experience these things, then trust that your intuition is actually guiding you to the best possible outcomes. And that's always going to be right, okay? And it really helps you along the way to make you feel good about the journey that you're on. Okay, sign number 3 is that synchronicities are showing up everywhere for you. So when you become aware and you acknowledge all these synchronicities, things like if you've ever wondered how you're going to pay for something, and then, the money just appears, and sometimes just the exact amount appears for you, whether it's, a check in the mail or something that's shown up in your bank account, or you might just find an email in your inbox that's offering you a discount on the same item so that it actually matches the budget that you have to pay for it. And this happened for me when I flew first class or business class for the first time. I'm like, how do I pay for this? This is something I really want. But then I had something come in for my credit card where I actually could pay for the economy seat, which is something that I could afford. But I was able to use points to upgrade to business. I'm like, hello, winning. So look out for these little synchronicities. Make sure that you're aware of them. If you have a hankling for, a particular food, or, there is something that you want to do or somewhere that you want to go, kind of, put it out there that that's what it's want. Like, set the intention that this is what I want, see yourself already on that vacation or doing what it is that you want or wearing the clothes that you want. And then remain open to looking and actually nearly expect the synchronicities to show up. And you'll be surprised at how well they do. Okay, so sign number 4 that the law of attraction is working for you is that you feel completely energized. When you get that feeling that you've just received some good news and you're like so excited and you're jumping around, we tend to get a surge of adrenaline or a feeling of butterflies, in our stomach or in our chest. So when you feel this, even though you haven't got what you've manifested just yet, this is a surefire sign that it's already yours. When we're working towards something that we feel passionate about, that's something that we really want, it's amazing how we can find all the energy in the world to be able to create it. So make sure that you do that. And if you're feeling generally happier than usual, but you're not quite sure why, then this is an even greater sign that the universe has a gift for you and something incredible is about to happen. So tap in, and sometimes if you want to cultivate that and really, enhance that, make sure that you have a really sound morning practice. For me, a non-negotiable in my morning practice is meditation, tapping into what I'm grateful for, some kind of exercise, some kind of education. Okay, and especially when you're tapping into your gratitude, you can really help to raise that vibration, raise that frequency, and get into that emotion and that energy. And especially when your gratefuls are around the thing that you're actually working towards. Okay, sign number 5 is that you can almost reach out and touch your desires. You get that gut feeling that what you've asked for is coming. You know that it's here. You can feel it in your bones that it's coming. You might feel a little on edge at times, or maybe a bit jittery or even nervous. But that kind of energy is where we know it is a surefire sign that what we're wanting is actually about to come to us. And as you become more confident in your manifesting abilities, any feelings of anxiety or stress, or frustration or impatience, they start to dissolve, because you start to realize that, what you want is definitely on its way. And if you followed your inner guidance and you release any attachment to the outcome, you know that it's a done deal. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to stress about it anymore. You don't have to feel desperate for it to happen, because you know it's on its way. And you'll know when you've sent out the right amount of energy to attract something, because it'll feel like easy, natural. It's like you're in flow. There'll be no strain. There'll be no trying to force it to happen. And it's guaranteed to come, and it doesn't matter, if, it's not like a matter of if, it's when it's going to happen. And you just know it's happening. And if you're in a place where you feel like, nothing's moving, you kind of feel stuck, then what you could be doing is trying too hard to force things to happen. The last step of the manifestation process is being able to surrender into knowing that everything's happening exactly when it's supposed to. And when you can do that and you can release any kind of negative energies around the things that you're trying to attract, that's when you open up that channel for the universe to be able to give it to you. So remember, for the universe to act upon your desires, you have to release them first. Manifestation should never be exhausting, and it should never be where you're trying to force things to happen. Okay, sign number 6 is that good things start to naturally come your way. So this is a sign that your energy has aligned with what you want and that you're vibrating on a higher frequency. Now remember, for us to be in flow and to be able to attract the things that we don't even realize that we need, we want to maintain a high frequency. So a high frequency are high frequency emotions. Things like happiness, joy, gratitude, courage, accomplishment, pride. So, when you get to this place where you're consistently in this higher frequency, you might feel like you've had a few bad months or in a few years, but when you start to resonate and marinate in this higher frequency, good things start to come to you and you'll start to notice it as well. So keep doing what you're doing if this is the case. Don't be disheartened that only small things are appearing at the moment, because small things, are a prelude to the big things and the huge things that we want in life. So consider this like the universe is making sure that you're ready to receive the bigger things, and that you're in a place of receiving. The universe is trying you out on the smaller things first. I mean, if you had everything all at once, you probably wouldn't know how to handle it. So make sure that you're grateful for everything and anything that comes along, and especially the things that you acknowledge as gifts that the universe has given you. Okay, sign number 7 is that you feel open to change, but you feel less in control. So resistance, frustration, trying to control the process, that all tells the universe that you're not ready to move on to the next level of your higher path, and that you're not ready to receive what it is that you're asking for. So it's likely to keep sending you the same lesson, just in different situations, because that's something that you need to learn and you need to release and to evolve from, so that you can move into that next level of your life. So, for example, if you want to attract a partner, but you don't practice self-love. Remember, if you want to go into a relationship, you have to be whole within yourself. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to have absolutely no limiting beliefs whatsoever, or that you don't have any kind of, things that you can work on, because, we're all human and no one's perfect. But if you're not practicing self-love first, the universe may send people into your life that aren't matches for you as a partner, but that will teach you that lesson about loving yourself first. And probably the hard way. It's great when you're in those situations to really ask the question, what is this trying to teach me? What is the lesson that I need to learn here? And then accept the lesson, learn from it, and then move on to bigger and better things. Feeling more open to change but less in control is a sign that you've put your trust and your faith and your expectation in the universe to support you, and that's an amazing thing. This is where we want to be. Now, if you're a perfectionist or a recovering perfectionist like myself, this may feel really strange and feel really wrong and scary to you at first. But letting go of that need to have everything planned out and for everything to seem logical before you act is a step in the right direction. Okay, sign number 8 is that you feel more positive energy in your life. You feel happy for no reason. You all of a sudden, you're just feeling good all the time. You wake up and people are commenting on you, smiling at how happy you are. So when you're doing the work and you're releasing old habits and old negativity, life becomes easier. Things that seem to bother you before don't seem to matter so much. Yes, they still show up, but you don't get triggered like you used to. And if an obstacle enters your life, you no longer fret or worry that you realize that, that something's here to teach you. You understand that, and it guides you into a better, more fulfilling path. Okay, so this is sign number 9, the last one. This is that your spirit guides start to show up for you. So this is a bit of a controversial sign, especially if you're skeptical about the existence of spirits or angels or all those kind of things. But if you let them and you see them and you invite them in, you know that this is a good sign that your desires are coming to fruition. Depending on what you believe, we all have our own spirit guides, and they're there to help us have the best and most fulfilling life that we can possibly have. So as your vibration raises higher and higher, your guides will be there to show you and that you're on track and making sure that the law of attraction is working for you. And they appear in different ways. They can come through as a conversation that you're having with a friend. You could actually feel feelings or emotions and gut feelings that know that you're on the right track. You might have a dream that shows you what the next steps are for you to take to manifest the life of your dreams. There are so many different ways. These dreams could be really vivid or they could be abstract and fleeting. So it's really great idea to keep a dream journal and keep it by the side of your bed. That way, if you wake up, you can actually write down a few quick notes to make sure that you remember your dream the next morning. That way you don't miss any of the messages that your guides are trying to give you. The law of attraction is not hard. Once you know the basic steps and the basic principles, it's very easy to master the law of attraction. But if you notice what these 9 signs are and you're aware of them as they show up, it's a game changer for you. You know that you're on the right track. So whether you're a newbie manifesting or a super skilled manifester, but you want to go back to the basics and learn how the law of attraction works in a very simple way, because it's just a formula that you need to follow, just click on the link in the description below and you can get our Law of Attraction 101 program. Now, this is our best-selling system, and I promise it will help you to understand the mechanics of how to apply the law of attraction successfully every single time. Now, I also do live Facebook videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I discuss more topics about law of attraction. I bring on special guests, and you can actually ask me questions in real time when we're on these live broadcasts. So if you go to our Mind Movies Facebook page, please say hi, and I'd love to see you there. Again, my name is Natalie Ledwell, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.